6 states achieved record cannabis sales in the month of August alone, totaling over $350 million in sales just in August. Now, you want to know how to get America out of debt, pump some cash in the economy? Legalize cannabis. That's an idea. Just throwing it out there. Maine, Massachusetts, Maryland, Montana, New Mexico, and Connecticut all hit record sales in the month of August. Now, there's other states not on that list because they've already hit record sales in other months. This is just August, so let's take a look at it. New Mexico set a record for marijuana sales in August with more than 48 million in combined medical and adult use combined purchases. The Regulation and Licensing Department in New Mexico reported $34 million in recreational sales and over $13 million for medical sales last month, totaling $48 million. Patients and adult consumers have made almost $724 million in combined purchases since the program launched. Not to mention, it's helping jobs, it's helping tax revenue, it's helping veterans get off of cannabis. So this is great. But New Mexico is one of multiple states that's got this record-breaking surge in cannabis sales this summer. Connecticut broke its record with $25 million worth of medical and adult use cannabis sales. Maine, nearly $22 million worth of purchases. Massachusetts have sold more than $5 billion total, but in August, the sales reached $139 million alone. That's so much money. Year to date in Massachusetts has made over $1 billion in the first 8 months of 2023. Over $1 billion in 2023 in sales alone. Just in Massachusetts. That is such a missed opportunity. In Maryland, the state broke another record, nearly $92 million worth of cannabis products sold in its second month of adult use sales. So hitting records, now obviously it's going to hit records if it's not, if you don't have a cannabis program, the first couple months are going to be records, whether they're low numbers or not. But that's a little asterisk and technicality. What we see is all the sales trending upwards. In recreational, medical sales have seemed to taper off in legalized states. Now, a lot of that has to do with people just using medical as a way to get legal cannabis. Another part of that is people actually using medical for medical purposes. So the people that are doing the little loophole, hey, I've got a headache and give me a medical recommendation just so I can smoke, those people are just buying, legal cannabis now. Although I will say, in a cannabis state, something I learned working in a dispensary in California and LA is that a medical marijuana card is $30, $40-ish, something like that. And it's good for about a year, sometimes 6 months. It's more beneficial to get that card and use medical. It saves you more money in the long run. On taxes, you have a lower tax rate. And then also prices are a little bit lower. That's just my take, but convenience is everything and to each his own. Now, in Illinois, retailers sold $140 million worth of recreational cannabis in July. Now, that's not a record, but still worthy of note. Michigan sales are climbing. They reached another record high in July with $277 million. Missouri selling about $4 million worth of cannabis per day on average. And the state's record is about $121 million in cannabis purchases in June. So you notice every state that becomes legal, people want it because in the first 1, 2, 3 months of legalization, the record sales are just pouring in, whether it's from that state, other states, visitors, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You'll take it. You'll take the tax revenue. But this is awesome to see. It's awesome to see states that have legalized climbing in sales over a long extended period of time. Whether it's a dip monthly, some of those, you can't all say it's just because of cannabis. We're in a recession, whether people announce it or not. And times are a little bit more financially confusing I would say right now. So maybe people are dialing back. Although I will say this is a way to cope with everything going on. So I saw during the pandemic when I was working in a dispensary that the sales were actually climbing because that's for a way for people to do. And they didn't have anything to do. They wanted to go and hang out at the dispensary because that's all they had to do all day. But this is great. 6 states alone combined for over $350 million worth of sales, tax revenue, jobs, unions, and all the ancillary businesses that come from that. It's only helping. So if you want tax revenue and you want to spur the economy and pump cash into your state or local municipality, can't stress enough, decriminalize or legalize cannabis and get the tax revenue and give people jobs. It's that simple. But you could be like the World Anti-Doping Agency and hold on to your long-held views that are just on the wrong side of history. And it's nothing against you. You were lied to. But now's the chance. Let's all make some tax revenue. No, let's not do that. Let's all legalize cannabis. And I think that's what the world needs, you know. On the right, they smoke. On the left, they smoke. And they meet in the center. And they form a smoke circle. Yay for marijuana sales. Let's keep going. Stay blessed.